I don't remember the first time I looked in the mirror and felt wrong, but I know it started with my mother. She was beautiful, at least. That's what everybody said, but she never believed it. I would watch her stand in front of the mirror, pulling at the skin on her stomach, sighing at the strands of gray in her hair, whispering complaints about the shape of her nose and complaining that her breasts were too big. I don't think she meant to pass it down to me, but she did. "You should stand up straighter," she would say when I slouch. "Your hair is so frizzy, why don't you do something about it? If you remove that mole in your nose, your face would look better." At first, I didn't think much of it. I was a child who saw herself through her mother's eyes, and if she said something needed fixing, I believed her. But as I grew older, her words followed me like a shadow. Every reflection became a test, every photo a battlefield. Was my face too round? Were my hips too wide? Was my nose too big? I learned to hide. I wore clothes that didn't favor me. My hair was always tied back. I learned how to do angles in photos that disguised the parts of me I hated most. I never truly owned compliments, not feeling worthy of them. It wasn't until my mother was out of my life that I began to question the weight of her words. She had spent her entire life worrying with her reflection, and now that I live by myself, I wonder, has she ever looked at herself and felt at peace? Or has she spent every day believing she was never enough? I didn't want that to be my story. So one day, I did something different. I stood in front of the mirror alone, and I didn't pick myself apart. I didn't let my mother's voice dictate my thoughts. I looked at my reflection, not to criticize, not to analyze, but just to see. At first, it was uncomfortable. Years of shame don't disappear overnight, but I stayed. I studied the curve of my cheeks, the shape of my nose, the waves in my hair, and for the first time, I asked myself, what if I could just be? The journey wasn't instant, and it wasn't easy. But every day I fought to see myself through my own eyes instead of hers. I let my hair be wild. I wore clothes that made me feel good, not just hidden. I spoke kindly to myself, even when it felt unnatural. And one day, I looked in the mirror and didn't feel wrong. I just felt like me, and that was enough. Today, I carry a reminder of the shame that was passed on to me in my appearance and my face. There was one time where my mom kept telling me the mole in my nose didn't look good, that I should get it removed. It took many years before it actually started affecting me, but her words were so powerful to my psyche that I chose to one day remove it myself. And I took a pair of scissors and just started cutting out my nose. And I suffered the pain of it, and I suffered the humiliation of having people notice what I had done and not being able to tell them the truth. So this now serves a reminder to not let the insecurities and shame of others affect the way I see myself. And I chose to keep this scar as a reminder of this great lesson. And I hope with my story, you choose to do the same for your life too. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and follow me if you like the messages and content I'm posting.